everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. Tonight we're going to be working some more on our Ocean Life junk journal. Y'all come in and say hi. Let me know you're here. We are live on Facebook. Here's our journal. And I'm going to get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. If you don't see the little red live button, you're watching a replay. It's not showing yet. Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna work in this some more. I've got a couple of things lined up, and we'll try to get as much done as we can. Hopefully you will enjoy it. I'll let a few people get on here before I pull the camera up. I got a couple things to show you. I bought some charms. We're gonna show you that, and I think we might do a shaker. I kind of think that's what I'm gonna do. At least a shaker, and then maybe maybe some tags or something. I'm not sure. We'll figure out something as we go. I think I got a couple of people on here. I'm just waiting to see if somebody says hi so I can make sure it's working before I pull it up top. Somebody say hi. All right, so no, but everybody's being quiet. I see people in the little like eye thing up the top. All right, we're gonna assume it's working right, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it up top so we can get started. All right, hold on one second. Helps if you don't pull your microphone off when you're trying to move the camera. All right, am I straight? I think I am straight. Look there. Amazing. All right, y'all let me know if volume's okay and all that. Should be. All right, now I'm seeing some people. Hello, Lori. Thank you for saying hi. I know I'm actually working. All right, let's see. So I put a few things in here. What did I put in here? All right, that. Man, that color is just perfect. So I think I'll start with the shaker card just in case it takes too long. I can glue this on. This was the little Essential Stencil that I just fussy cut out after I stenciled it on a file folder. And I thought it would just look really cute just right here as a little tuck. So I'm just going to literally just stick it on here as a tuck. I'm just debating on which letters I want to cover up because it's going to, obviously it's going to cover something. If I stick it right there, you can still tell it says sun. And it'll just be just a tiny little tuck. It's a good use for it. If I can find my glue. There it is. So where am I going to put the glue? So I don't want it on these two. I think I will just put it like here. So look it that way. And that should be sufficient. There we go. Let's see, what do I have that I can just stick in there and see how it looks? All kinds of ephemera that I have printed out. What looks good with that? Not the whale. seahorse. It's so cute. Maybe I'll just put one of these Albert, no. I wrote it on the back of one of them. Adolf Mylar. I have to write things on all my stuff, or I don't know what it is or where it came from. So I try to write on the back in pencil, then it can be erased, but I'll just put one of these that looks good with it. I think this one with the crustaceans. Yeah, I'll do that one. I may just leave it like that. It doesn't really need anything. I'm going to leave the writing on there. If the person who gets it doesn't want the writing on there, it's in pencil. They can erase it. Or they could cover it up. But it does say when he was doing this and about how old the print is. It was 1857 to 1921 that he did these. And I think we'll use brown ink. It's walnut. I don't want. Let's do vintage. I'm just going to keep it simple. Not even rounding off the corners. Little crabs and lobsters and all kinds of critters. All right, so that will work there. I'll take that off now. Oh, that's that turtle I did. One of these is not lined up. This one. This page that's not the full size is kind of bugging me a little bit, but so I took this one we did on Stencil Sunday, and I glued it to just some blue cardstock, and then I sewed around it with a zigzag stitch just to make a little journaling card, and I think it looks really good with this color. So I want to put it there. I'm just debating if I want to do anything. I wonder if I could washi tape it as a flip. If I did, I'd probably want it to flip that way, because I think writing on it would be easier because if you attach it, you got to think of, how can somebody still write on it? Or I could just make a little simple tuck. I might go with a simple tuck. I do have this. Will this work? This is just a scrap that I was playing with. I could cut it better. That could work. Let me just cut it to where it fits the page. Let me think about where I can do it. So if I cut it, try not to lose too much of my stitching, but I want it to fit at the edge of the page there. So I'm just going to cut it. Can you see this? Yeah, I can see it. It's like literally, it was my test to make sure I was sewing properly. That's all it is. Where's my scissors? Oh. Not the place I normally put my scissors. There we go. Cute. That'll work fine. What ink color should I use? I might sand it just a tiny bit so that the ink will show up on it, because this is very, very shiny. If I just go ahead and ink it on top of that, the ink won't really work. So I'm just going to give my ink something to hold on to. Why? I don't know. Why not? Could even leave it white like that. That looks good too. Decisions. Let me see. Now I don't know. I love the turtle page too. I really do. This is a very dark blue. Let's see. This is prize ribbon. I'm just going to test a side. See if I like it inked, or see if I want to just leave it white. You know, I might leave it white. All right. Well, no, put that in there too. If I don't, I'll never find it. All right, let me fix that back. Giving it just a little bit of a white edge. There, that's good. That is fine. Okay, let's glue this on. Just like that. So, I don't even think I'm going to do the corner. I think I'm just going to do the edges. Ow, don't stab yourself. Oh my goodness. I hope I'm not bleeding. I'm always injuring myself, guys. Grandma said I was accident prone. I really am. I just really am. No, I'm good. It was like my pen sat just like that. So of course, as soon as I reached over, stuck myself. Gotta be careful where you lay your pens. Usually it lays flat. It doesn't usually do that, but that time it tried to get me. Okay. So very simple. It won't cover too much or anything. I'll decide later if I want any words or anything like that. Who knows what I will do. So this little card here, this is from, you know those baby flashcards? Is it Mozart? No, maybe. Einstein? Baby Einstein. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I was teaching Japanese. That's why I bought them, because I tried to teach my kids Japanese, and I never really succeeded at it, but I tried. But, you know, I was a homeschooler, so we were trying all kinds of things. But I had this whole set, and the outside of the box looks hideous, so I'm not going to give it to anybody because it's very, very, very old. But I thought, well, I might as well use some of these cards. And so I had this one that said fish, and I was like, you know what, I'll just throw that in here just because. And then I did this one with the Essential Stencil on a potato box and some texture paste that was tinted with the Tumble Glass Distress ink, I think. can't remember. We did it when on live, so y'all tell me because I don't remember. I can't remember from day to day, guys. But I'm going to put it like this. I don't know if it needs a little notch. Not really. I do like to put notches for some reason. I think I'm going to round. Do I want to round it? I might just round this corner. Just because. And then I'll put a notch. Just to make it a little more fancy. It's kind of big, but I thought for this big old card it'll be fine. And I've got enough room here that I can put something of a notch in there. Just a little bit. Trying to get it centered. And we'll round the corners. Just the top ones. I don't want to do the bottom ones. There. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Let's try that. And should I ink it? Sure, yes, no, maybe. I don't know. It kind of looks nice without ink. You know, sometimes it just, I don't know. I can never decide. To ink or not to ink? That is the question. Do y'all have that dilemma? You know, sometimes it just, you're better off not inking. But I'm going to see what this looks like on here. I'm just going to take a peek. Can't even see that one. That was speckled something, speckled egg. This is, I think, patina. It's the closest thing I have to that color. Honestly, it doesn't even show up enough to be worth it. I could do brown, but I don't want to do brown because I don't think the page needs brown. We'll just leave it. I'm not going to ink it. Okay. I don't know if y'all are chatting or not because, you know, sometimes my chat freezes. Oops. No. Cancel. Oh my God. Stop it. It's trying to tell me things. I'm like, stop. All right. So, just going to ink. Glue this down. I'm not even going to bother with the back, so I don't need to do anything to it. It's fine. Not like you're going to see it. So I'm holding it where I don't want glue. It's just something I always do. I've seen a few other people do it more recently, so I don't know if they're catching on or if it's always been a thing and I just didn't know it was a thing. Try to line that up. I got 2 blue pages there, so I can't tell where the edge is. There it is. Try to get the right one. It's big, but I think it'd be fine. Well, if I can get it to stick, because it is a little bit thick. I'm just going to have to hold it for a second. Those boxes are pretty thick, but once they're on, they're good. Getting any oozing glue. I think we got it. Glue on my finger. All right, will it fit? It should fit. I had tested it once. I think it'll fit fine. Yep, just barely. Cute. It's just a fun little element. I'm trying to use more junk than I normally do because they are junk journals and that's the idea, but you know, I would say most times I probably use about 25% junk, and then lately I'm trying to get that number a little higher, you know? This glue is... Okay, I hope I'm working fine. I don't have anybody on tonight. What is this, Friday? Just you and me, Lori, I guess. I can't tell who the one person is. Somebody's here. It's a slow night. Oh my goodness. It's okay. That's what replays are for. That's what I always tell myself. That's what replays are for. I think that's sticking. Just making sure. That curve's making it a little more challenging. I don't want to clamp it, so. side's fine though. Okay, it's fine. Make sure it didn't glue my card or nothing. I don't think so. Right. If I wanted to get fancy, I could even put a little hole there and a pole, but doesn't really need it. All right, so let's get to the shaker card because I said that's what I was going to do. I just wanted to get those couple little things in there because they were real easy to do. This one I'll do later. I just picked some things out that I thought looked good with colors, and then I'll play with them. This is, that color is, you couldn't get more perfect than that. I mean, look at that magazine. This is from the calendar. Look at that color. It's like it was made for it. So that's going to be a little pocket. All right, so I'm going to make a shaker card. There's not a good place for this because I did this. This was a stencil from Essential Stencil. And we did it, I did it I think after the live, but I was still playing around. I had a bunch of texture paste left over and I was trying to use it up. So I had done this and it was basically a whole piece like that. But I cut it out into a circle. And then I cut a circle that was smaller. Okay, I just used a compass because I didn't have a die cut that was big enough. If I'd had a die cut, I would have used that, but I didn't. And this is some kind of like acetate. It's a, it was actually the cover from my canvases. I buy those bulk packages of canvases at Michael's, and it's the first sheet. They give you this plastic thing. So it's basically a big sheet of acetate. If you don't have that, you can use packaging like this for your acetate. That's fine too. This is from something I bought. I don't know what. It could be stickers. But we're going to make a shaker card out of this. So I've got the pieces already. And I think it's going to fit here. Okay, it's tight, but I think even once I get the signature sewed in, I think I can still get it to fit there. It will not fit on a normal page. It's just, it's too big. So I can't put it on any of my pages. It won't even fit in my back pocket, which I thought it would, for sure it would fit in my back pocket, but it seems like it might. It depends on how tight the signature gets. It might fit in the back pocket. So I might get lucky and it fit back there. That's kind of what I was hoping for. But as long as I can put it somewhere, we're good. So let's set that aside. Let's work on this. Oh, I was going to show you the charms I bought. Let's do that before I forget, because I'm going to forget. I'm trying not to scratch that acetate up, because I will. Keep rubbing it on everything. So I bought some charms to use for this from Amazon. It says marine animal, 100 pieces, Stino, S-T-I-N-O, bulk assorted something. I don't know. It was approximately $8 on Amazon for 100 pieces. They're so cute though. And this, I have no idea what this is. This is not a charm. I don't know if it used to have a charm thingy and it just broke off. It's the only one like it. The rest of them are all obviously charms, but it's so cute. Look at it. And it's very dimensional. Look how deep it is. It's a little turtle. I don't know what I'm going to do with him, but he's super cute. So I got a little turtle. But it's got some really, really cute charms. Let me see if I can zoom in. There. Try to get the light on it. But they're so cute. I was like very happy with it because I wanted just a mixture. A little whale. Goes like that. Yeah. A whale. I don't know how well this will stay focused because it's finicky. What's another cute one? There's a mermaid in here. A couple of mermaids, I think. Mermaid. And it's like double dolphins playing. And And just some seashells. This one, I don't know what this one's doing in there. I'm pretty sure it's swans. Oh, they're cute, but I don't really know what they have to do with marine life. And I know there's like an octopus, a couple of squids or octopuses. Starfish. Some of these starfish have really good details, like this really big one. Got nice details. And then there's some little ones that have really nice details. I'm trying to see them. Oh, here it is. I think this one. Cute. So a really good set of charms. So obviously I'm not going to use them all, but it gives me plenty to choose from. And then a turtle to do something with. He can go into my journal. He's too thick, but we will find a place for him. And I was at Dollar Tree and found coin envelopes. Did y'all know they have coin envelopes? I did not. I was looking in the, where they have like the mailers and stuff. And they have these little coin envelopes. 30 pieces. They don't have the notch. I cut the notch in that one. They're just normal coin envelopes. But you can cut your own notch if you like notches. I like notches. And then they had this one. This one's $20. $1.25 each. So that's cool. I'm sure I'll get some use out of those. Alright, so shaker stuff. We need tape. We need this. You know, I might... Wow. My table is getting really dirty. Here, I'm just going to set this down. It's not much better, but... So, when I do this with a marker, I make the line on the inside of the area I'm going to cut thicker, because once I cut this out and it's sitting in my workspace, I lose it and I can't find it. You have no idea how many times I've lost these things. So I started leaving a little bit of an edge of marker on there so that I can see them. Yeah, it's the first time, Lori, that I had seen those pouches at DT, so I don't know. I don't know if it's a new thing or if I just never seen them. So this goes, I have to make sure it goes the right direction. It is narrower one way than the other, and it will only go in this way. So I have to make sure that that stays the right direction. And I guess the easiest way to do that, first I gotta line it up. I want to make sure that my horizon is at least level. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm just gonna, can't do it there, I'll do it here. And then this would be the top, so, right? I think I turned it that way. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. So I just put a little T there, and then I put some little notches to kind of see. It's right at the edge otherwise. But that'll help me hopefully remember. I hadn't decided if I was going to leave it square or cut it out to a circle, but I'm leaning toward leaving it square, and then I'll cover the back with something. So you got your circle with your design, can be anything, and you got a top piece that is cut out, and it just has to be at least as wide as whatever tape you're using. This is about, I already cut some, this is about how wide. Okay, so it can't be narrower than the tape you're cutting. So whatever little lip you have over your bottom piece and your top piece just has to be able to fit your tape. Some of this was done with foam and then double stick tape on it. It's just that fun foam stuff. I only had a little bit of that left. This was this roll here I bought from somewhere, probably Target. They sell normal double stick foam and rolls that's like 1/8 of an inch. I don't have any, so if I do, I can't find it. So I'm assuming I don't. So I'm just going to use these cuts that I've already cut. Now when I cut this, guys, because it's sticky, you take it off and it's sticky, what I do is I put it on a backer of some sort that it won't stick to. In my case, I've been using these little chocolate things, but you can use like an old sticker pack back. I've been using, if you want to buy these, you can get them, I'm sure, from either Amanda or Grace. Grace, Comfy Nest, and Amanda, I know both do Chocolate. So, but they're just the backer sheets, and they're basically like the sticker sheets. So that's what I've been using to do it with because it works. And I had some left from when I used to sell it, and I don't sell it anymore, so I might as well use up my supplies. Guys, I have so much stuff from them. I don't know. It wasn't me. It's not that I don't like it. It just wasn't me. But anyway, they're slippery. You know, like a sticker sheet. I'm just going to pull this out real quick. All right. So all I did, I'm just going to show you so you know. So you pick the side that obviously it's not going to stick to. Honestly, both sides of this it probably wouldn't stick to, but we're going to do the shiny side. And then you just lay it down onto it. I'll move this if I'm too far over. I don't know if I am or not. I'm trying to get it on the edge so I don't have to cut the edge. There. So you stick it down there. Because if I try to cut this like this, it's going to stick to my scissors and it's going to be a pain. It just is. It's just a pain. So if I stick it to something else, like this, or like the back of a sticker sheet, you know how you get sticker sheets and you've used all your stickers and you still have that backing? Save them. Because they're usually, I don't think this one is, but they're usually slippery. And it won't stick to it. So that's what I mean. Okay, so there's ways to do it with junk per se. And then get yourself either scissors or an X-Acto knife. I like to use an X-Acto knife. Utility knife, X-Acto knife, whatever you want to call it. Try and find a ruler that's long enough. And then I just lay my ruler on there and get the width that I want. Okay, whatever width that is. And then take this. Try not to slip. And voila, I have a double-sided piece that's protected and still not sticky. You know what I mean? So this is how I make my little things. But you can buy them already cut and ready to go. I just don't have any, so. Telling you all what to do if maybe you're me and you have this, but you don't have that. So that's what I do. Okie doke. Let's turn that around. Cat hair off of there. So a couple of pieces, probably plenty to go around that. I'd cut it a little bit narrower. Narrower is better. I don't know what, the measurement is probably like 1/8 of an inch. If you're purchasing, a quarter is way too thick. Even 3/16 is way too thick. Yeah, like 1/8, I would say. If I was going to purchase it, I would get 1/8. Okay. So now we need to get our acetate stuck to this. Okay, so turn that over. Got my narrow side and I've got my other side. It really doesn't matter which way this goes. I think it's clean enough. It's not ideal, but it's clean enough. I've had it for a while. And you just want to make sure it fits. And this will show me, see that outline? I drew that on there with my compass, so I knew exactly where to go. It's based on this, or you could just trace it, honestly. Just trace your circle. Okay? Hope I'm not making this complicated. Anyway, so I'm going to stick this to this, but I'm going to try to stay right inside that circle just in case I decide to cut it out. I don't think I'm gonna, but I'm gonna stay inside the circle nonetheless. So then what I do is I take the piece that is stuck on there and the backer piece that's on there already. If I can get it started. Not with my fingers. The other one came off easy because it had an edge, but this one doesn't have an edge. Oh, come on. It's right there. There it goes. Okay. So once you get it started, okay, so I usually pull it back a little bit, and I just kind of hold it, pull back. Which one's more flexible? Honestly, the green one's more flexible. So we're going to pull back the bottom first because this is less flexible than the green one. And I want it flexible so I can turn it. You can start anywhere you want, but just start on it, stick it down. It should stick fine. This is pretty sticky. And you're just going to want to, you just keep releasing it as you go. That way you don't, if you release it all, you have to fight with holding on to sticky. And I don't like to fight to hold on to sticky, so I just kind of do it as I go. And try to get it to just kind of work with you and turn. The narrower it is, obviously, the better it will turn these circles. Yeah, you get thicker, then it's harder to turn the circle. Also, try to get it, don't let it get warpy on you because you're pulling too tight. I've done that too. Starting to try to do it. I'm going to have to use probably both pieces to get around this, I'm thinking. But I leave the top one on until I'm done if I can. Sometimes it just falls off, but try to leave it on. Did I put the acetate on there? No, I didn't want the acetate. Did I? Shoot. Never mind, guys. I did it wrong. Hold on. I was supposed to put my acetate first and then put the foam on. The foam raises it, and I don't want the foam to raise the acetate. So let me pull this off. It's relatively forgiving. We'll say relatively. You can usually rub it off, guys. At least on cardstock. I messed up, so I'm going to rub it off and do it again. It's fine. Not the end of the world. I'm just making mistakes again. You know me. Always making mistakes so that y'all can learn from my errors. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know if it's old age, guys. Some days I wonder. I'm only 60. It shouldn't be old age yet, right? All right. First, I want to put regular double stick tape on there because I don't want to raise the acetate. I want the acetate flush. Okay. So my brain wasn't thinking. Let me get my regular double stick tape. That's not foamy. I haven't done one of these in a while, to be fair. All right, regular double stick tape. I'm going to use the little one. This one says 1/4. Does it look like 1/4? I guess it looks like 1/4. Yeah, it is. I think 1/4's a little thick, so I'm going to go with 1/8. The 1/8 looks so tiny, but it does work better. So first we're going to stick our, I'm going to try to do this as I go. This is a little tricky, but first I want to stick my acetate on there. And honestly, I don't have to go, I don't know if I have to. Let me think about that. Do I have to go all the way around? I mean, probably not, I guess. But I'm gonna, because I have plenty. I'm just kind of working it around. I'm just going to stick the acetate. I'm doing it, you know what I'm thinking? Here's my thing. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to hit the circle out, that's why I want to go inside the circle. Otherwise, you could probably stick the acetate down because it is square. I could probably just stick it straight and be fine. But since I'm not sure it's going to fit and I won't have issues, I'm going to stay inside here for now. Just to be a little safer. So I'm trying to make that gradual turn. It's a little tricky. You got to kind of fold it just the tiniest bit. It's doing a little bit of pleating, I guess would be the word. All right. it. If you mess up, usually you can roll it off. If you try to pull it off, it'll rip. But usually you can kind of roll it off with your fingers. At least that's what I've found. Particularly if you're using a good cardstock. All right, so right to the edge. Close that back up. All right, so now I got to pull that off and put my acetate on there. Do it right. Okay. I have to think about stuff, guys. Some days. It's like, is that right? No, that's not right. It's like, I don't know. I'm talking to myself. All right, that's the right direction. Yeah, looks right. I don't have a mark on here, so I'm just going to try to line it up. It should match that circle, so if I can hit the circle with my little blue mark, we should be good. It'll pull off I'm a little bit high, aren't I? I'll just trim it. I'm not going to try to do it again. I'll just trim it. Just over the edge, just the tiniest bit. That's fine. I don't know if I can trim it with this. Maybe I'll trim it with my blade. It's hard to trim. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's see if I can do this. I can barely see it. It's there. Technically, I could just cut the tiniest bit off, but I'm going to try to just get the acetate there. Got that fine. That is fine. Where's the other piece? Let me find it. Just a little bit. So if you don't line up, or you don't even want to try to line up, you could just stick it on there and then cut it after. That piece was so thin it seems to have disappeared. Is that the only place it was over? I think so. There's tape on there. Oh, no, it is right there. Just ever so slightly. I think I just missed it. Okay. Did I get it? No. Thank you. Okay. There. All right, so we have our acetate. Ideally nice and clean. You can clean them with alcohol, usually. Now, I do have that blue on there, so I don't want to touch that because it'll definitely smear. But I am going to give it a little bit of a clean. Just making sure it's not going to spot. I have that. This muslin works best because it doesn't, I don't know. It cleans good. I don't know the word. Streak? Streak. That's the word I'm looking for. There. That's pretty good. There's something right there. Can't tell what it is. Sometimes I get glue on these because they've been sitting around. And if you do have any glue or anything, usually your little alcohol swab will take it right off. I just like to make sure they're clean because I'm going to fill it, and once it's filled, that's it. You're not going back in there. So I try to make sure it's clean. Let's put our other board back up here because it's just easier to work on. As long as I don't have to cut. If I have to cut, I have to pull it off. This is just a gator board. All right, so I've got my acetate. I've got my card. So this stencil, just in case you want to know, is, let me find it. It's one of the puns, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Is it this one? Yes, it was this one, Coastlines Phrases. There was plenty in stock when I looked last week, so if you don't have it and you want it, it's still there. That's essentialstencil.com. I'm not really, and my code is ARTROOM. I'm not really doing a Stencil Sunday right now, but my code is ARTROOM if you want your 10% off. Okie dokie. Okay, so we have our acetate here, so we need a layer for our stuff to fit into, okay? Hence is why we're using thick tape that's got foam in there, because that's going to raise this up and give us a little area inside that window to hold our little things, sand, charms, whatever we're adding in there. I'm going to try to add some crushed coral. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try it. Because I thought that would be really cool. I don't know about sand. I don't know if it would be too staticky, like normal sand. Because you have to be careful with glitter being too staticky, because it will just get stuck to it and it won't lay down. Does that make sense? So you have to kind of think about what you're using, that it's not too staticky. All right, so we're going to put our stuff in here first, because, well, first or second. I'll try to do it second, because I can't move this around with my stuff in there. And I usually put it on this side to make sure I'm getting it in the right place, rather than this side, or, you know, this side. So I'm going to put it on this side, and then I'm going to have to just hope it works. Hope I can match it up and it works. So we're going to try this again. So we got our little piece, and just, you know, where you can't see it, I try to go somewhat in the middle of my little gap there. And I'm just pulling that bottom one off as I go. This actually does relatively well on corners. The only thing you got to make sure is that you do seal any gaps. So don't have any holes if you're using more than one piece. Make sure that there's not, go ahead and pull that off. Make sure there's not like a hole that your beads can get through. It's got to be closed. It has to be a closed system. Do y'all like shaker cards? I like shaker cards. I think they're fun. It's not really something you think about for a journal too much, I don't guess. I mean, I see people do them every now and then, but not that often. But they are fun. I think it's a fun, interactive little element. Right, so there's one side. Where's another piece of that? I cut two, didn't I? Did I mess the one up? I messed the one up. I don't think this is too thick. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little thicker than that piece, but it'll be okay. So we want to make sure you bump it right up against wherever you stopped. Just push it up against it. This is a little, it's okay. It's a little big, but it's not so big that it's over. It's fighting me. They're nice and sticky, I'll say that. But not so unforgiving, you know? That's the thing. A lot of these types of tapes you can roll off. You can't pull them off, but you can usually roll them off. Okay, so then once you get to the edge there, just want to find where it hits and just cut it really, you know, right on that spot, so that it bumps right up in there. Okay? I'm a little bit warpy. If you get too tight, if you start pulling too tight, it'll do that. So be careful. I think I'm okay. So then you can pull off your tape now or after you add your stuff. I don't know if one's better than the other. I don't really know. Because there's, you know, if you do it now, you have to worry about your beads sticking to the tape. But if you do it after, you have to worry about your beads flying everywhere when you're pulling the tape off. So it's probably safer. I'm going to try to do it after. I don't know. So let's find my ingredients. I have all kinds of things floating around here. Let's see. So I've got them somewhere in a container. I had them handy. There they are. All right. So here's what I have. So I have sequins. That's snow, technically. So this is my crushed coral. I don't think it's too thick, but I might crush it a little bit more. Those are snowflakes. So I've got these little teeny tiny crystal beads. I think they'll be good to give a good sound. And then I might see if one of those charms or two are thin enough. If they're thin enough, I'll put them in there. I don't have a lot. You can put anything that will fit. I mean, if you have die cuts that will fit, you can throw a die cut in there. Sequins, like these little sequins, these will work. Put a few of those in there. But I'm trying to kind of keep it beachy, you know. Let's see if we have any. I know they've got the little ends on them, but if there's any flat enough, it would be fun to have one in there or two. Let's see what I see. You want it, the ideal would be ideally for it to be just flat enough to where it's this thickness of the foam, but not so thin that it flips upside down. Does that make sense? So there are some really flat ones in here. That little starfish is pretty flat. What's that? That might be too thick. I'm just looking at the ones that are really flat. Most of these have multiples, so I'm not really worried about using something that I want to use somewhere else. Let me see. Where's my... Maybe. It's a little thicker than the starfish. Where's my tweezers? Can't pick up anything. How about that turtle? Is it thinner? It's pretty thin. He's a little dark though. Oh, here's a shell. Is that thin? Some of them look thin until you pick them up and then you can tell that they're a little more raised. Dolphins. I want a couple, if I can find a couple. I just think that would be fun. I might go with the seahorse. I don't think it's too thick. His little tail is a little bit raised. I think he's still below. It's hard to tell. I have to kind of like lay it on there and see. Will it still move? Yeah, I think it'll move. All right, I like the seahorse. We're going to use just a couple because that's fun. 3 would be better than 2 just because, you know, odd numbers and all that. But I think this, I don't know if the turtle's too thick. Let me see, one of these, are they the same? They're about the same. Is that the only turtles I have? I'm gonna make sure I have more turtles. A lot of seahorses. It says that they're just a random mixture. I don't know. Yeah, there's another turtle. I'm gonna try the turtle. We're gonna try it just because it's so cute. So I don't know if I could break this off or not. I mean, logically, I probably can. Don't want to risk it. I'm gonna risk it. We're gonna see. I'm not 100% sure if I can. They usually break off when you don't want them to break off. too bad. Tweezers. Just a tiny little spot there. It'll be inside, so I'm not worried about anybody cutting themselves on it or anything. Still got a tiny little burr. Can I get it? There. All right. So it breaks off okay. I just didn't want to leave them on there. I mean, you could, but... So I'm just kind of folding it back and forth. Yeah, that worked. And if worse comes to worse and it didn't work in here, I could always stick it somewhere else. There. Voila. So, got those off. I'll just toss those. I could even just throw them in there for added stuff, but we're going to leave them out. So I'm going to put some of these because I love these. These are check glass beads. They are really, really tiny, 11/0 seed beads. Very, very, very tiny. We're just going to put some of those because they're great sound. Maybe that many. We'll see. We may add more. And I want a few of these sequins because they're nice and they're the same thing I used on the cover, so they're very iridescent. And they're shiny on both sides, I think, yeah. So if they flip over, it's not a big deal. If I can get them in there. Can't pick up anything. I'm trying to make sure they're separated because sometimes there's two. I think they're separated. So some of those, here we're just going to throw some in there. I don't like to put too much, you know, we don't want to do overkill. But, so I do want to try to add some coral. It's just got to be, excuse me, it's got to be really, oh, I just hit my mic, really thin. Or, yeah, thin. And some of them are a little thicker. This is crushed coral that I got somewhere a long time ago for using in models. Probably those little hobby stores that they do trains at. But I would imagine Dollar or Michael's has it or Hobby Lobby. I've just had this forever. I'm just trying to take out some of the fatter pieces. I think it's thin enough. Pretty sure it's thin enough. Oops, I'm just getting it everywhere. I don't think any of those are too thick. Just take out any of the ones that look really thick. I could, if I had my mortar and pestle, I'd just crush it a little bit more, but I don't have it with me, so we're just gonna do a little bit of this in the bottom. I don't want so much that it, you know, buries everything. Like that. I'm just trying to make sure it's nice and flat and toward the inside for the time being. So we're just going to squish it all toward the middle. Oh, that one's sticking. It's not really sticking. All right. Let's see. I don't want any to get stuck on the foam if I can help it. Okay. Feel good. Feels good. We'll keep these toward the top, so hopefully they'll land on top of the sand, per se. It's kind of sand. We're going to call it sand. I wasn't worried about this being staticky at all, so. The only thing I'm worried about is it being too thick, but I think it'll be okay. All right, let's do that. You get these little containers at Dollar Tree, guys. They're very handy. Okay, so we've got our stuff in there. I think that's enough. We've got our card. One of these says top. There it is. So it's going to go on like this. I'm just making sure that none of my foam is showing. I think we're good. All right, now we get to try to pull off the tape without making a disaster. So I'm just holding it down as best I can. I don't want it to pop too much because that's where it'll, if it pops, you know how that works. It just goes everywhere. Okay. Fingers. Okay. How are we? We look good? I hope this works. I think it'll be cute. All right. So I'm going to try to line it up. We get one shot at this usually. Ideally, I need to do it from overhead. I'm going to try to do it off to the side here just a little bit because my camera's right there. It's hard to do at an angle. You kind of need to be over. And I want my horizon as straight as I can get it. So I've got those dots, but of course they're on the wrong side, so I can't tell where they are now. But we're going to try to get it straight. I think that's straight. That looks straight? That looks pretty straight. If it's not straight, oh well. I'm going to slowly lower it. Okay, I think I did it. It's crooked, it's crooked. Let's see how straight we are. Ooh, we're a little off. Just a little. Is it going to work? Is it going to move? Kinda. Not too bad. It's noisy. Just make sure everything is down good. It's cute. It's definitely got some noise. It's cute. You can't even see the horizon with all the stuff, but that's okay. I'd rather see the stuff, honestly. So my words are the tiniest bit crooked, but that's okay. I'm not gonna, they're sticking to this foam. That's what's happening there, which does sometimes happen. And sometimes you can get it to let go, sometimes you can't. Yeah, it's not gonna, it doesn't want to let go. It's stuck to my foam tape, just slightly. That's okay, we'll just leave it. Okay. I think they're cute. You can still see everything. See horses upside down. There you go. Cool. All right, good enough. Let's cover the back of it. And we will be done with that shaker card. So what can I cover on the back? Something sturdy enough. Probably just cardstock, guys. What colors are those? Blues. I'm just going to use one of these cardstocks. Pick a color that matches, kind of, sort of, maybe. Maybe this blue. Yeah, it's close. I had a couple other blues, but I think that's probably the closest one I have. The others are too teal. And then I have a really dark one. Let me see what the really dark one looks like. I have this one. Is that better? Oh, I might like that better. Maybe we'll use that one. It kind of matches the inside colors. All right, let's pull off this because I can't cut on this. So I just want to put a backing on it. There's not anything there. I'm probably going to put foam tape there just to make it lay even. But I'm going to go ahead and just trace it or something, or just mark it. I could also just cut it after the fact. It's probably safer because I don't want to have to trim it. Should I cut it after the fact? No, let's try to line it up. Talking to myself again, guys. Y'all know I'm always talking to myself. That's how I stay sane. Sometimes. I don't have a guillotine. All right, try this one. I don't like this cutter, so I started using that guillotine all the time. Dirty, but it's just that the card was dirty. Make sure that fits. Yep. So I'm just going to fill in these gaps with some foam tape. Some of this one that I already used here. Let me just cut it. That way it'll lay flat. There's two. Let's go all the way to the top. I didn't glue that. I might put something there because I took the acetate all the way out because I wasn't sure if I was going to cut it. I didn't glue this there, so I am going to go ahead and stick that down just because I think otherwise it might cause me issues. So let me just stick some of this in there. Just enough that it won't, if I can get the tape off, there it goes. Just enough that it won't move. Oops, I dropped it. Hold on. I'm trying to hold that up because I'm not ready for it to close. Oh, maybe it won't close. Nope, that ain't it. I thought that was it. There it is. Am I inside? Yeah. Let go. There. Yeah, I should have done that first. I didn't. I was mostly worried that it wouldn't fit in there, but I think it'll be all right. If worse comes to worse, I could trim it just ever so slightly, but I'm going to try to avoid doing that. But I do have to glue this down, unfortunately. If I don't, it's just gonna keep lifting up. So put both of them on first this time. Sorry, I know it's a little tedious. You gotta put 2 layers now. I could get away with 1 piece. I don't know. I'm not sure. With that one? Which one did I miss? Oh, I got them all, didn't I? I don't feel it. I must have got it already. Okay, so where's my foam tape? There it is. 2 pieces of foam tape for each side. I'm just going to try to cut 4. And is this absolutely necessary? Probably not. I just like it to be more flush. That's just a personal thing. It doesn't absolutely have to be flush. Okay, now we can peel it. I'm going to do it from the side again, so hopefully I'm staying in camera. I think I am. Just trying not to get my head in the camera. Okay. Tiniest bit over right there. I think I'll fix it. Where do they go? No, if I do that, it's never going to be straight. It will never, ever be straight. So if you don't think you can line it up, just cut it after. It's not a big deal. Okay. There we go. It's fun. So it's closed off. I got a little bit of blue showing there. That's where my acetate is, right there. But nobody's probably going to even pay any attention to the back. If I really wanted to be picky about it, I could put washi around it or something, I guess. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's not overthink it. Okie dokie. Let me find my journal and see how it fits in that pocket. It's nice and noisy. I like them to be a little loud. It's cute. I think it'll fit in here just fine. So it should fit in there with this sewed in. I think I have room. It's snug. Like I said, it's snug. But if it doesn't end up fitting there, once I sew the signature in, I really can't tell until I get it sewed. Then I also have the option of this one. And it does fit in there. So, the only thing, when I sew the signature, I don't know if this will get more narrow. I don't think it will. But if it does, then it would show. But if it doesn't, we'll be good. So there is our shaker card. I hope y'all like that. It's cute. Okay, so there's that. Let's go on to this. Oh, I found some, those paper packs at Dollar Tree? Have you guys ever tried to buy them? They have these little, they're like scrap paper packs. And you never really know what you're getting because they're kind of just random. I bought one. I'm trying to find the package. Hold on, here it is. It looks like that. Okay. And it just says 200 grams. grams. I mean, I guess it's the thickness, and they are pretty thick. But this one had an interesting combination. I have like these brown sparkly pieces, and then this black, and it's thicker on the thicker side. More brown, a lot of browns in this one, which is fine because I do a lot of nature stuff. But then also had these textured pieces. They almost look embossed. I'm trying to find them all. Like this. Can you see how textured that is? Look at how textured that is. It's very raised. So that was interesting. And these, also very texture feeling. It's got like wrinkles, kind of. I don't know what I'll do with them, you know, make tags or something. But it had some interesting pieces in it. A lot of these are very textured. It's hard to show you the textured part on camera, but you get the idea. These are very light too. I don't know what they are. Super light. And they had these that were like embossed. And this really wrinkly one. So some cute pieces for, and these are double-sided. I can see it being great for like a nature journal. Although a couple of these could look good in there. We'll see. But for $1.25, I mean, that's a decent amount of scrap paper to use. So, anyway, I feel like a Dollar Tree ad, guys. Okay. Where were we? Oh, that's the right way. We did that. So, I don't think, do I have time to do the background with the mermaids? 10:15. Not sure. Let's see what else I had stuck in here. I just covered this page with this page. This is from that sea glass journal digital that I bought. I'm trying to find my clipboard. Clipboard, where'd you go? Yeah, sea glass journal. So that digi I showed you guys that I bought from Miles Beyond the Moon, that was in there. And it looked really well with that. So I just glued it to the back of that calendar page. You can kind of see the numbers up there. This was the back of the calendar page. So that's what I did there. And I just tore it so that it's rough. All right. This is also from this, I think. Right? Did I write on it? Oh, no, but that tells me it is. Because I know that's in this set. Sometimes it's hard to remember, guys. I just don't know what I was going to do with it. What should I do with it? Make a flip? Might be fun as a flip. Maybe. This crab is just going to be a pocket. This is on the back of a cracker box that's been peeled and stenciled on a painted painted cracker box that was just sponged. I'm just going to stick it here, I think. Yeah, here. So we'll do that real quick. That's easy. Just to make sure it's in its place. And I can take the paper clip off. I do like using that lunar paste with stencils though, guys. I just think it's so pretty. If y'all haven't tried the lunar paste, you should try it sometime. It's a Ranger product, right? It is, right? Oh, I say that and then I'm like, am I right? I'm pretty sure I'm right. Pretty sure it's Ranger. I'll tell you in a second for sure. I don't have a bottle sitting here, but it's only a foot away, so. Let's see, what does it say? Yep, it's Ranger. So, I've been getting mine from scrapbook.com, but you can get it a couple different places. But it's great for doing those. So what shall we put there? We have this fun little envelope. I don't know about the colors. This set had a lot of really cute pieces. This is going to be a guy in a bathing suit that looks really cute. I'm going to put there. Oh, I've got that. What is that? It's too big. I can make it smaller. It's just some... It was like sailboats, possibly whaling ships. I don't know, some sort of sailboats. But I had this piece of paper that I had coffee dyed it or tea dyed it, but it was really, really, really light, and it wrinkled so much. I mean, look how wrinkly that is. Can you see that texture? And it just looked old, and so I just kind of added a few more tears and, you know, just kind of scrunching it up and beating up the edge just a little bit, like that, just to give it some character. And I thought it just made it look like a really old piece of paper. So I'm going to put that in there, I think. I'm thinking I'm going to use this as a belly band. It's like a little... He looks like a piranha, which isn't really an ocean fish, but if it's a piranha. They're not, right? They're lake fishes from the Amazon. I don't think they can live in the ocean. Who am I to say? I don't know. My biology's not terrible, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to put this in here because I think it will look cool as just an older page for journaling on. It's just got a lot of character to it. If it'll go in that pocket, yeah, it'll go. I don't think it's too tall. I forgot that's a shorter page. I might have to trim it. I mean, is it a huge shelf that shows out the top? I don't know. We'll leave it for now, but I may end up trimming it. We'll see. I keep forgetting that page is short. It's a calendar page that didn't quite fit, but I made it fit anyway. All right, let's throw this pocket on there. Man, I love this color. But that's, oh, is it too thin? It's kind of thin. We're going to back it. It's a little thin. Let's just back it with something. Give it some strength. It doesn't have to have any color or anything, so I'll just find some scrap. Probably not use that scrap we just used. No, let's just use this. Let me grab my scrap. Scrap. Where are you hiding? Just try to find a piece that I can throw on the back of that real quick. This is my list for sprouts. Throw my grocery list in the live. Alright, what can we put on the back of this just for strength? Labels. Got a lot of stuff in here, guys. My scrap pile is getting a little out of control. Time to start making some collage sheets or something. I just want something that I don't really care messing up. I might just use that. It's probably thick enough. I don't want to dig forever, so. It's getting a little bit crazy. I'm afraid this calendar page is just too thin. Now, it does have this little lip where I folded it over because I thought I might just use it like it was, and I didn't want that edge. So I'll just put that underneath this. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. We'll use this part. Just going to glue it right there. Just try to give it a little bit of strength before I stick it down. I don't think I'm going to put a notch in this one. That way I can use that just like it is. Keep losing my scissors. It's a little bumpy because I did use art glitter glue. I probably should have used a glue stick, but oh well. Too late now. Art glitter glue isn't probably the best for calendar pages. It's a little too wet. Oh my gosh, get in there. Where is my wipes? Not the one I wanted, but clean my hands off. All right, let's see if we can flatten that any. Probably not. Oh well, makes it look more watery. It's more like water now. Okay, is that the right size? It's a little big, isn't it? Let me see where that fold is. Oh no, it's fine. There's the fold. Yeah, it'll work. I don't know, I could trim it just ever so slightly. But I think I'm okay. We're gonna make it work. I may decorate this with some stickers later, I don't know. Depends if I see something that I like. Sometimes I just start with, you know, getting pockets on and whatever, and then you can decorate as you go. Sometimes that's better. Because I don't always know what I'm going to do. It's really close on that edge, but I didn't want to go too far into that signature. Make sure I'm not sticking my pages together. No, okay. It's not two. I thought it was two, but it's not. It's just one. I did go over the edge just ever so slightly. I'm going to trim it. Pocket. We'll put something in there. I might put that bathing guide. That would be cute there, I bet. Are the colors good? These are the colors, kind of. Let me see. Although, I might put him over there. Although he could go on either page. I know you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so I'll show you in a second. Let me get the shaker card somewhere. You go back there. He is... What time is it? So next week we'll do, I've got a mermaid spread planned out. We'll do that next week. I think it'll be cute. Gotta have some mermaids. I think I'm just going to do it on my center page. That's what I'm leaning toward anyway. Alright, so let me see if I can find him. He's in here somewhere. Isn't this cute? Looked great on coffee bag paper. That's also from that sea glass journal. So was that, and that, and that. I printed out a whole bunch more of them because it's a large kit. I had several pages. All right, where are you, guy? I know you're in here. That's cool. That was Graphics Fairy. There he is. Isn't he funny? But I was thinking that he might look good with this pocket. But he would also just, I don't know. He's too small for that. Well, he's not for here, but dude, I could almost fussy cut him out and put him on there. But I had thought that I'd put him in this pocket, but it's almost too deep. He would really be hiding in there. He would be a surprise. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. I might put something else in there. I do like him for the colors, though. Gosh, I should fussy cut him out. I'm going to see what else there is for this page. Oh, you know, I feel like I had something for that. What was it? Oh, it was this. That's what I was going to put there. Okay, you know what? We're going to fussy cut him out because I don't like cigarettes anyway. It's a cigarette card. It says Alan and Genters. I can't tell if it's a G or a W. I think it's a G. We're going to fussy cut him out. Any of these that I fussy cut out and use, I could always cut another one or print another one. I'm just thinking. She is kind of pretty there. If I put him... I like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to back that with something. I might. All right, let's do that. Might back it with something. Some of these had some backgrounds, but a lot of them might, for whatever reason, have double-sided. There's one. Does that work? I like the blue better. Did I print any of that? Probably not. Maybe I'll wait and put it on there after I print it. I think I'll print that background page to put on there. That's that green, this one right here. I think I'll print that to put on the back of that. But I don't want to use this because it's already got the map on the other side. So I'll just print out another one. Oh, throw my boat around. All right, we're just going to lose that. Just too many options, guys. The mermaid page is going to be fun, guys. I'm going to use stickers and some other elements to make mermaids. Okay, so this I'm going to back later. So for right now, we're just going to note that it's going to go in there. Okay? But him, I want to fussy cut him and just set him on this beach. Do you think I can fussy cut him? How good are my fussy cutting skills? Where is your foot? Oh, I see it. Okay. Like it's here somewhere. His feet are under the water, so they're kind of showing just ever so slightly. I don't usually fussy cut on camera. I'm too slow at it. So I usually try to do it off camera. But I don't think he'll be too hard. His beard might be a little hard. His little crazy mustache. Like a handlebar mustache going. We'll see if we can get it off of there. So that's what gives him character. come back in with my little scissors for that. I just think he's so funny looking. The bathing suits that we had back in this time, oh my gosh. They were just so funny, weren't they? It's always interesting when you look back at, you know, things from the past. I'm trying to get his foot. It's actually under the water, technically. I'm just trying to make it look okay, glued down. Try to get his middle parts out. Let's see if I can do it. Alright. Y'all bear with me. Where are my other little scissors? They're here somewhere. Oh, they're there. I think I'll cut the arm and the other thing out too. I'm going to use my blade if I can find it. It's got a cork on it. It's here somewhere. Is it over here? I keep moving stuff. I gotta quit doing that. I move stuff and I can't find it. There it is. Alright, I'm just gonna cut out this little piece just because it doesn't match what I'm setting them on. And I'll cut out the center piece too. Where's your foot at? Oh, that's the towel. The towel that's in the water. I'm just going to leave this little water spot, I think. It's just like wave indentations. I think I got it. There you go. All right. This I want to tear. All right, let's ink him with maybe vintage. Just because he's got a lot of white on the edges. Let's see if I can get in there with one of these little ones. To get some of that white off. Anytime you're trying to get into these little nooks and crannies, do it from the back. Then if you get it all over it, it doesn't matter. Stick him on here. He's at the beach watching this mermaid lady. I just can't decide if I want his head over a little bit. I kind of do. Just got that one wave there to deal with. I think I'll just put it right on the edge of that wave. That'll be cute. Let's do that. So I won't glue his head down. How far over was I? Let me make sure before I go cutting or putting glue. We're going to pull him over this way just a fraction there. So right there. So no glue there. Okay. Cute. I like it. That'll be cute. And then we'll have this with something on it. Maybe we'll put something funny up here or something on it. We'll see. I have some labels I made that I've got all made up. I forget what all I did, but I did a bunch of ocean labels so that I could do this, you know, add some labels. I'm running out of spaces, guys. Where are they? I think I stuck them in a holder, maybe. Did I? Didn't I? Maybe one of these will look cute. Got hope anchors the soul and keep calm and go to the beach. I'm thinking maybe something like that. We'll think about that next time. But I do have labels. I printed labels. I just don't know where I stuck them. I thought I stuck them here. I lose stuff too much, guys. And I torture y'all with trying to find it. I don't know if I stuck it somewhere else now. I'm kind of confused. I didn't see it in this. No? No, definitely not there. I need to put this back in there because I'm going to lose it too. Has to be on this thing here. I half cut them out, so now I can't find them. Okay, where'd you go now? No. I may have to give up. No, is that them? Goodness gracious. I gotta put it in another place. That's too hard to find. Hid them in here. Let's see. Sea Life's Beauty. Aloha. Ooh, that might be fun. Maybe. Make a wish upon a starfish. There's no starfishes on there. In a sea of fish be a mermaid. Possibly. Beach bum. Dude, he looks like a peach bomb. Have it smaller and bigger. Let's see which size looks better. Do you guys like beach bum? kind of wanted it to be a little funny. Beach bum. Oh, bigger might be better. They got all different colors here too, so. Okay. Maybe. What do you think? Maybe? I like Aloha and I like Beach Bum. I kind of like both. But I'm sure there's lots of places I can put things. Don't think there's any more. Beach is my happy place is also good. But Beach Bum is funny. Decisions. I don't know. Okay. Let's throw that page on there. What time is it? I got 10 minutes tops. So hubby doesn't kill me. He actually doesn't kill me. He just would love to get into the shower. Although I don't think he has to get up quite as early. He normally has to get up at 3:30 in the morning, so it's very early. All right, we're going to try to tear this to fit inside that area. That was what I was thinking. I have bigger hands. I'm trying to tear it without getting a paper cut holding on to it. Ooh, I am melting. How tall do I want to be? I'm going to take off a little bit of the writing, but it's okay. Can't really read it anyway. I'm going to have to start getting to be summer here in Georgia, so I'm going to have to start turning this fan on. Because after I sit under these hot lights for a while, whew, it is like a sauna. Okay, we want to ink that because it's got all that brown on it, so we should ink it too. Let's see. It's going to make it look nice and vintagey. Beach Bum. Pretty sure it's already inked enough, but we're gonna throw this on here. Nobody said anything. I'm just gonna, well, I say that, but you know, half the time I'm on these things, y'all are talking away and I'm not seeing any of your chat, so. The last chat I see was Lori saying, really cute. Hopefully that's really up to date. We're just going to go with Beach Bum. I thought about putting it on top, but you know, I think I like it better in the sand. Maybe I'll add something else on top. I don't know. I do not know as of yet. Let's put this here. There. Cool. And we'll somehow, I'm probably turn that into something of a tag, but maybe I might have room to make the sides. I just don't have room for a hole without affecting the ship, which isn't the end of the world, but oh, should I do this? Oh, I think it'll be okay. I don't think this paper's super thin. Probably should have used glue stick, but we're going to go with it. Seems how I already started. Try to get my edges good. Got all those rough edges, so I want to hopefully seal them down. Okay. I think that's going going to be pretty in there. Lovely. So cool. It says ebb and flow, the curiosities and marbles. It's a B, marbles of the seashore. Okay. All right. Back on there. I think that is it for tonight, guys. We got a decent amount done, though. Isn't that cute? That's going to be cute. I think I like it. I think I like that one there. The colors are good. So, I'm sure hubby wants to get in the shower. All right. So, that is it. I'm trying to see if I should leave it open to anything particular. You know, I'll just leave it open to that and throw the shaker card up here. And we will be done. I will be back on Wednesday, not Sunday. Sunday is Mother's Day, and I will be taking the day off. So, I will not be here Sunday. Y'all have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I will see you on Wednesday. Okay? Y'all take care. And Wednesday's the 15th, right? Yeah, the 15th, because the 22nd I have that other event, which I will be posting. Okay? Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.